Today, I want to give my thoughts on the recent Smackdown. Let's get right into it. So the opener was Paul Heyman featuring Cody Rhodes. Now, Paul Heyman was talking about women actually entering the Royal Rumble, where it's absolutely insane. Because I think it's the first time for the last 5 years that he's actually competing in the Royal Rumble. But he's never really been first in like probably over 10 years. So I doubt women is gonna win, but we'll see. But obviously, because women's in the Royal Rumble, Paul Heyman called out Cody Rhodes to go inside the ring with him. As Roman is trying to take back his title, as obviously he finished the Bloodline story. Or has he? Because Kevin Owens came out. Cody is trying to honestly get Kevin Owens, and then the Bloodline appeared, about to attack Paul Heyman with no Solo Sikoa this time, and Jimmy Uso comes in, actually does very well against the Bloodline, and then gets beaten up the numbers game, and then Cody comes back down and helps Jimmy Uso, what I think is a cool thing to have. And then also announced that Chelsea Green versus Vincent was going to happen that night, so also the next thing that was happening. I would say it was kind of an interesting fight, you know. I mean, it wasn't like the best fight I don't think they've had, but it was entertaining. Richard did something quite but yeah, Chelsea Green finished it off and won. It was a good fight. It was a very good fight. And then the SmackDown manager announced the tag teams in the SmackDown. They're all arguing about who to get the title shot. So, the manager of SmackDown has kind of made a mini tournament, I would call it, where Los Garza is fighting Pretty Deadly, and that the Motor Machine Guns is fighting Down Under, what I think is very interesting. I thought Pretty Deadly would win in the match. I thought Pretty Deadly was going to win, but no, Los Garza actually won, what was interesting to see. So yeah, Los Garza will be fighting the winner of A-Town Down Under, or Motor Machine Guns. Next up, LA Knight versus Shinsuke Nakamura. I would say though, I think it was good for them to have a rematch, obviously, but the Bloodline and Cody Rhodes came out right when LA Knight was about to beat Shinsuke. The Bloodline came out, obviously spawned in Mr. Cody Rhodes. Now, obviously, the Bloodline quite a lot in this week's SmackDown, I can't lie. But it is interesting that the Bloodline is teaming up with Shinsuke. I find that super interesting. But yeah, it was quite a good match, I must say so myself. And I think LA Knight will win it back eventually down the line. Oh my god! This year. Next, Return City Machine Guns versus 8-Pound Down Under. This match, it was really, I would say it was a good match, but you know, it's fast paced, and I think that's what my Machine Guns really are. They are quite fast paced, and I think, you know, it was a good match. It was a good tag team match. I did like it. I liked how the tag team match was, man.
Matter who DIY end up facing.
The teamwork.
Matter one step closer.
But yeah, Machine Guns won. I'm gonna see him winning with tag team titles again. I'm gonna see him winning it again, but we'll see. Next up, Tiffany Stratton's promo, and obviously, you know, she's on a little celebration, and it was a little bit like an interview inside the ring, and talked about Nia Jax and how Tiffany planned it all along, and it wasn't Nia Jax blaming Tiffany. That Tiffany was basically the head. And then Nia Jax came out saying how she made Tiffany time and stuff like that. And Tiffany time, and then Nia Jax came into the ring and said to give her a title back or she would take it off. What was interesting, I've been disappointed Tiffany time this whole time, but then when Nia Jax said this, Bayley surprisingly comes out. I don't think I've seen Bayley in a bit, but yeah, Bayley came out. She got purple hair, pretty nice. But then we had Bianca Belair and Naomi come out with tag team women's champions. They're all just targeting Nia Jax, and Tiffany Stratton hits them all. She walks away, and then the manager comes in and says for Nia Jax, Bayley, and the tag team women's champions to do a fatal 4-way match. I must say, the fatal 4-way match was pretty good. I liked the fatal 4-way match. I think it was really interesting. They've all had their moments to shine, and you know, they kind of teased Naomi and Bianca maybe splitting up a bit, and you know, they were teaming together and stuff like that, and it was cool to see, you know. It was very cool to see. It was very intense. I didn't know who was going to win that match, because I feel like all of them could have a title shot, and Nia Jax, she could easily have another title shot, you know, like that's what I thought her first event's going to be, Nia Jax, but no. Bianca Belair, I thought she had a chance to win, you know. Bianca Belair, I thought she's going to be women's champion again at some point. No, it was not her having a title shot. Naomi, she's had some title shots before, but not against the new crowned Tiffany Stratton. Wasn't her, but Bayley lost at SummerSlam and Nia Jax, and now she's getting a title shot next week on SmackDown. So that's going to be really, really interesting to watch. I think it'll be a great fight. Then we move on to the main event, but now we move on to the promo of Chica Fatu backstage before he does his entrance, because they announced Cody Rhodes will be teaming up with Jimmy Uso, take down Chica Fatu and Tama Tonga. Chica Fatu cut a brilliant promo with WWE sending some announcements underway. So Sikoa is returning next week on SmackDown, and I think I'm really interested to see what Solo has to say. It's been you know, I mean, I was wondering what he's saying. I mean, what Solo wants to say, you know, because Solo lost his tribal chief role. Like, what's going to happen is the Bloodline, if Solo going to tell the Bloodline to acknowledge Roman Reigns, what are their reactions going to be? It's going to be interesting. But they also announced, as Bayley won the woman fatal 4-way, Tiffany next week will face Bayley. So I think that's interesting to see. There might be Nia Jax versus Tiffany time at Royal Rumble or Elimination Chamber, so that's going to be interesting to watch. But yeah, Tiffany versus Bayley is going to be crazy. And then a new poster for the Royal Rumble as Roman Reigns and John Cena confirmed to be entering the Royal Rumble match. So crazy to think about, and especially them next to each other in their photo. It's kind of funny, but it'll be interesting seeing them two interact. I think John Cena's more safe than Roman though, as Roman had a lot of enemies in WWE, especially the new Bloodline, stuff like that. So we'll see what happens there. So obviously the main event, Cody Rhodes and Jimmy Uso. I mean, damn, bro. What? It was a brilliant match, you know. It's cool seeing Cody team up with Jimmy Uso. I feel like they have quite a good bond, in my opinion. I think that'll be great friends. And you know, Cody and Jimmy, you know, they're doing kind of well. I mean, Jimmy was doing decent, not as well as Cody, but I think it's just to be expected. But then Cody, that naughty boy, Cody betrayed Jimmy in a way, because Kevin Owens came out for a distraction, and obviously Cody came in trying to fight Kevin Owens. What means Cody left the ring, he left the fight to fight Kevin Owens. What makes it when Jimmy's by himself, and it's a good fight to Tama Tonga use that as advantages. But then the camera goes to Cody and Kevin. They're still fighting backstage, and then they go back out, and then Cody gets Kevin through a table. And apparently, even after when SmackDown ended, they were still battering each other. It's cool to see, I guess, but I think Cody versus Kevin at the Royal Rumble is going to be amazing. But yeah, my opinion on this SmackDown, I think it is 8 out of 10 SmackDown. I know that's a crazy number, but like, they've had some brilliant matches. They've had both US titles fight. They've had a number one contender for the women's champion. Like, a lot of stuff going on, a lot of Bloodline storyline continuing with Kevin and Cody. Obviously, it's quite sad that Cody's they'll win the Bloodline story in a bit, you know. I mean, Cody and Kevin are flipping because of the Bloodline. Drew and all the other members of Bloodline is because of Cody and the Bloodline. Like, it's a lot of stuff happening because of Cody and Roman teaming up back at Bad Blood. But overall, man, a good SmackDown. I like them being 3 hours. I do like it. I prefer them being 3 hours because everyone gets their time, and I like that. I like the tag teams getting their time. I like that the LA Knight and Shinsuke getting their time. I like that all these people are getting their time in a 3 hour mark. And I know they're gonna move the 3 hours eventually, but they shouldn't. It's building all these people up, but we'll see. But yeah, guys, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. video in a couple days. Goodbye.